be mindful that you are being broadcast now to, um, well, to Earth at the very least. But I wouldn't be
Yeah,
surprised
yeah.
if people on Mars or any other creatures on Mars would be watching us, because who else would you want to watch when Mr. Klingerman
I mean,
is
This is my
live?
hack for working
Shush
smart.
your face, woman! You are yelling at me some weird ads. I can't stand that. Um, that was some YouTube
yeah.
ad.
The whole reason they're here is for me. They're not here for you. It's all.
Oh, dude, let's not be
Yeah.
pretentious here. No one gives a single toss about me here. That much I have already learned the hard way. That people who tune into my stream are there for the vibes, but not for the person. Okay, let me
Mm,
see how
mm.
this looks. This looks golden. This looks golden. Alrighty, brother, I'm gonna be with you in exactly 76 seconds. Please put the countdown on, and we are going to absolutely rock and roll.
Love it.
All right, so bear with me, and I will be back in 70 seconds, 76 seconds.
All right, got it. 75, 74, 73, 72.
Alrighty, I'm back. I'm so back.
So bad.
I'm so back. I haven't even left, man, and I'm already so back. I will need to kill the chat on the screen because it messes with the images, as regrettable as it is. Wait, what? What happened? Oh, I know what happened. Sorry, I'm being a potato is what happened. Okay, the images are back. All right, Matt, welcome on board, brother. Super happy
Thanks, man.
to have you on team Coach Andras, where the fun is to be had. So it's super cool to have you on board. A couple of introductory words, and I will leave this to you, my friend. So tell me a little bit about your chess journey before we get into the nitty gritty.
Yeah, for sure. So I was one of the uh, Queen's Gambit players that came on after started playing chess after watching that show.
Uh huh.
Um, and I had played a little bit when I was younger, but nothing serious at all. And I just kind of fell in love with it. I love the fact that it's Siri thinks I'm talking to her. I love the fact that it's incredibly simple that a 2-year-old or 3-year-old could play it, but you kind of get what you get out of it. You get what you put into it. You get back what you put into it. So
Yeah,
yeah, and I
it's
slowly
like a sewer, right? Or like what
yeah,
comes out of it depends on what is put in there.
what you put into it. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
that's the
yeah,
classic line.
exactly.
Good one.
Yeah, and yeah, man. So I slowly started getting better. I mean, yeah, chess evolved Chessly, consuming all kinds of crazy content, and I came across the improvers community
Mm-hmm.
accidentally. I don't remember exactly how, but I saw it randomly somewhere in the chess challenge, and I was like, that sounds interesting, because I hadn't really had any accountability uh, in my own game, anybody to ask advice to, anything like that. I was just kind of trying to figure it out myself between YouTube and Chessable. So I love the idea of the community itself and then the chess improvement challenge, and yeah, the rest is kind of history.
Cool. Matt, allow me to interrupt you there for a second. Your audio is a little bit quiet. I don't know if you backed away from the mic or the quality has dropped a little bit. I can hear you, but it's not as good as I would like it to be. Can you please either turn the volume up a bit on your end, or maybe I will turn up the receiving end on my end. If only I knew how to do that. Maybe I will turn up the volume a bit here.
No, is that any better?
Oh yeah, that's day and night. Day and night. Can you talk a bit more, please?
Perfect.
Oh yeah, that's very clean now too. Okay,
Love it.
so
Okay.
good to hear all those things. Now tell me about, before we came online, what kind of things do you usually do as learning chess or chess training? Like what type of training material do you use? What do you do? What's the story there?
Chessable and Chessly, Levy's program on Chessly.
So you're a bitterly disappointed, Drafty, because you could have got Levy and instead you got stuck with me.
Honestly, you both were number one for me, so I'm happy either way. No, I will tell you though. I will tell you that I've kind of fallen in love. So it seems like the difference between you and Levy is that Levy, it feels like, and this is just, layman's 900 elo on chess.com chess perspective, but it seems like Levy is he's more like, he has lots of gambits and things like that that he teaches, and it seems like you are more, obviously put your pieces in the center, develop well, just play solid chess. And I've kind of started to fall in love with that a little bit. I've implemented a few of those ideas, and I feel more comfortable going into the middle game.
Right. That being said, mind you,
I'm
just sorry to cut you off there, but Levy's gambit style is actually a very easy and fluid way to accomplish those things, the development and the center. So there is a large overlap there, which needs to be stated.
For sure. No, and I appreciate that. And anyway, so that Chessly, Chessable, YouTube, obviously, and then I recently started reading. I got my first chess book,
which is what?
Logical Chess.
Logical
Chess.
Is that the Chernev book?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
Yeah.
There is a chat asking you if you're playing any OTB business.
I'm close. So part of my chess journey too is I'm 38. I have a full-time job and 4 kiddos. So
4 kids. Wow, man.
Yeah. So finding time to go to an OTB, it is happening. I'm going to try and get in one early next year for sure. But
right,
my birthday's in February, so I might ask for permission to be gone for an OTB tournament or 2.
Fair enough. Look, being prematurely bald, which is a blessing both you and I have, it is definitely, apparently, I read it somewhere, is a sign of high T. And you're proving it with the 4 kiddos too. So shout out to you, man. And playing chess.
Thanks,
I mean, dude, the T levels are through the roof here. We have to put a lid on it by the looks of it. Right. So I think it's time for us to jump. Let's dive right in. And for today's lesson, I planned to do nothing else but having a look at your games and see what we are doing and how we are doing things. And we will take it from there. So I think I started looking at your games just from top to bottom, basically. So the first one, C Senya, and indeed it is C Senya. I put the cut on that doesn't show the name, so our good friend Matt is behind the black pieces, so I'm going to do a swap C. So Caro Khan, that's definitely Levy business there, right?
Yeah, honestly, I've tried. So black, I feel like playing as black obviously is more difficult in general. You kind of start behind, but I have struggled to find a rhythm as black, and I feel like I do best against e4 with the Caro-Kann.
So very quickly, what is your repertoire against d4?
Yes.
As in, what do you play against one d4? Sorry, I didn't expect
Everything.
Yes to be the answer as to what is our opening against d4.
Right,
yes!
Right. No,
That's
yes.
like, oh boy.
Yeah. Honestly,
yes is the answer.
D4, yes is the answer. So with D4, what I usually try to do, I have played, and I think if you were to look at my insights, I think I've done decently with the Dutch defense. The issue is I get super uncomfortable in the Dutch just because I feel like everything is bunched up and I don't have a lot. I feel like I don't have a lot of room.
Okay.
So I don't like the way it feels necessarily, but I think historically I've done okay with the Dutch. But lately I've just been against D4. I'll play like D5 and just try to develop well and not hang anything.
Dude, if you can do that,
makes you super excited.
You are gonna win the tournament hands down, like easy. Easy. Like, thank you. You may go back to your children. Coaching is done here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Let's get into this. So, bishop g4. We're violating here a little bit the concept of knights before bishops, but you will get away with this. Okay. So,
am I supposed to see my game, coach?
Oh wait, I haven't shared screen, so what we can do, I'm being a potato. Well, I didn't think it's necessary for you to be part of the lesson. I'm just entertaining myself here. Rook, what I'm going to do is that I'm going to crack open a classroom, and I'm going to invite you into said classroom. How does that sound?
Perfect. That sounds fantastic. Let's do that.
So you are Klingerman Chess. If only I could spell. Alright, brother. Invite pending. You better accept it. Or else.
Hey, there we go.
Ah, damn it. You accepted it. Sheesh. Okay, now I have to put up with you for the next hour. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to copy this game out of here into the classroom. And we are going to be rock stars. Except for you, who already is a rock star. Okay.
You're too kind.
So you do have visual now, correct?
Correct.
Moves
yes.
being played. So I was saying bishop g4 is jumping the gun a bit too soon in terms of our beloved principles. We want to first hoppity hop with the horses and then get the bishop out. It's not a mistake, but at times you can easily get burned with the question being asked of what are you doing here, brother, and then you having to take, which you do not want to do because in general we value bishops higher than knights, which is why this capture is very, very unjustified for two reasons. Because you don't want to give up bishop 4 knight as early as that, but also
Coach,
because
Coach, no, I'm being a potato. I said I could see, but I'm not seeing anything in the classroom. This is starting out great. I'm just
shit! No, I copied it to the wrong.
Oh, hey, there we go.
I copied
All
it
right.
to the wrong.
Now
Like I have got 40. Ooh, did I just flash some leeches there? I did. I have got 47 ChessCom tabs open, and I opened up one to the right, And that was the problem.
Yeah.
So,
Alright.
finally...
Yeah, I see. Yep, I'm there.
Finally,
Yep, I'm
bishop
watching.
g4 played, and once again, you do not want to trade this. And I was in the middle of saying that the reasons is because we value bishops more than knights in general. But more importantly, this opportunity is not running away. You are in no way, shape, or form rushed to do this. It's not like if I played this, you can't take that anymore.
Yeah.
Right? So, but in general, refrain from taking bishops for knights unless you have an extremely firm and good reason why you're doing so.
Okay.
Okay, so here you are checking in with this bishop, which seems to contradict your actions earlier because now you are provoking them to take. However, this comes at a cost, which is that your pawn structure is going to be somewhat damaged. So if you take back with the e, which you did, then this d5 pawn has now no pawns on either side, and as such it becomes a very easy target to feast on, and you will have a very difficult time guarding it. So, since this bishop hasn't moved yet, and there's a bit of an action going on here, e6 is by far the most logical move to play. Here followed up by bishop e7, negating the pin. And then, once you are done with that, and you are also done with development, you are more than welcome to ask the question, hey bugger, what are you doing here? But before you deal with this, it's a bit too soon because now bishop f6 hurts. Okay, now luckily that was a bit too soon. They should have castled first. Now we can pin this bad boy, thus securing the pawn. Good. And now you absolutely have to take this. Having said that, this is still not a reason for us to be excited because this pawn is still very vulnerable. Very good. We needed to get out of the way because rook e1 check was coming. And now it's time to develop hoppity hop. And here you blundered the pawn, so you played 97, which disconnected the queen from the pawn. Yeah, so knight c6 was the way to go, but even here after queen p5, by the way, we have major problems with holding on to the d5 pawn. Okay. Your opponent chose not to take it because that would have made sense. And now you have, for the first time, we are actually doing reasonably well. Now we have got play.
So that was... So, knight to b6 was the reason I played d7 in the first place.
And that was smart, except...
except they hung the pawn. Yeah.
If for this kind of the tactical blunders, strategically speaking, that was Petrosian level play. Okay. All right, so remind me, what is our target here?
What's our target?
Yeah, what can we realistically attack here?
The queen.
Okay, so when I ask you for targets, what I mean is more of a strategic approach toward something that you can realistically hunt down. You are never going to be able to hunt this queen down because it's an extremely agile piece that can run around the board like mad. So
the
remember,
C3 pawn?
Right. So now, is there any piece on the board that hasn't developed yet that we would like to deploy?
Potentially the rook on a8.
Right, I mean, these guys haven't developed yet, right? So we are likely going to put them here and here. And since we have a target, if you are playing in this position, any move that is not rook c8, my eyebrows are going to travel upwards. Because I would be like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, when there is a very clear strategic target and structural target is the word I'm after on the board, chess becomes easy. Because you just home in on it and you go after it like mad. And moves like these, generally speaking, don't generate any value whatsoever. Because what you are doing here is that you are causing not even discomfort for white. You're just creating one more threats that no one falls for. At the expense, by the way, of making your pawns around your king a little bit more loose. Also, the queen was not threatening you at all. Was not part of any plan. So you had no reason to engage with this. You needed to complete development and pile up on the pawn. So now they defend it. Now you play a queen move to connect the rocks. Development completed, by the way. And now your plan is to double, or God forbid, even triple up on the pawn and just try to win it.
Mm-hmm.
And easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, yeah, so all we accomplished was that we forced the white queen to a good square where it defends the weakness.
Yeah.
Okay, I would have bet on this, that this was going to happen, and I mean it with the utmost respect. So from today on, Matt, we are going to develop a habit that you never, ever, ever are going to be allowed to break. And that goes like this.
Okay.
When your opponent plays a move, you go like, what does that do?
Yeah.
And
it attacks h6.
And you don't play a move. In fact, you don't even start thinking about what you want to do until you established what it does to you. And I'm going to say something that is a little bit offensive, but I will say it anyway because that's how I roll. On the current pool of players you are in, 50% of the times you are not going to be able to determine what that move does because it's not going to be a particularly good one.
Yeah.
Right? But the other 50% of the times, it's gonna be a cheap one mover like this. And it's a game changing difference whether you spot this or not. Right?
Yeah.
Because we just played knight c4 and we literally blundered 2 pawns in one go. Well, really h6 because the queen was under attack, but you get my gist. Instead, how could we have defended this?
Pushing the king.
Which square do you prefer out of the two?
He has a light squared bishop, so g7.
Very good. It also happens to defend both pawns. Therefore, it's slightly prefer. Wow, my arrows are still amazing. So you definitely prefer g7. And now you're threatening to play knight c4, then take care of the b pawn and take it from there. Beautiful chess again. Okay.
Yeah, that was that. Yeah,
That is next. That is next level when we blunder on the square.
I know. Okay, so this is what I was gonna say, Coach. This is what I was gonna say. I have had my games are all like I've had like I'd say 50% of my games since Coach Champs have been low to high 80% accuracy.
Right.
For whatever that's worth.
Right.
And then the others are games like this.
Oh, okay. So I wait a second, but this is your most recent game.
I know. And I played it today too.
Oh, so what you are saying is that ever since Coach Champ started, we're going steady downhill.
No, we've gone up. When Coach Champ started, I think I was at 8. My elo is at 815 or something like that, and I've recently climbed back all the way back up to 950. It's just
so this is just a one-off that I'm looking at right now. When you decided to sack a piece.
Yes. Yeah, that was I immediately was devastated and embarrassed and all the things. Yes, that was stupid.
Okay, okay, let's pretend that this just didn't happen. Like
that's great.
That was totally not us at all.
No, that was not me. Yeah.
No. Someone is hacking into your account, brother. Okay, so we are still black here.
Yeah.
Oh, so we are playing e4, e5 as well.
Yeah, I tried switching it up.
Very versatile customer. Okay, so
Try to be.
Yeah, good. The long story here is that you absolutely have to take this.
Okay.
That's the short story. Sorry. The long story is that when there is this kind of tension in the center, it's very rare that you just completely get to ignore it. Now, and I know that you didn't mean to ignore it. You were meaning to play a meaningful developing move toward the center, yada, yada, yada. But this is a little bit iffy because now after DE, knight e4, bishop c4, there are lots of very dirty tactical tricks here that white is planning on doing. The most obvious one being bishop check. Can you see here a follow-up check for white that would highlight the vulnerability of multiple pieces?
Yes. Queen d5.
Right on.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Don't
Yeah,
back
yeah.
off. Don't back off. Don't back off, please.
Yeah.
And the alternative version of that is Queen d5, creating a double threat on these two.
Yeah.
Where typically people tend to defend the knight. Because who wants to lose a knight, right? When you can lose a king.
Right. Yeah.
Wow, I've got a major supporter on YouTube who goes by the name of Guy. And I did know that he was less than 38 because he looks like an absolute unit. But he also has 4 kids, apparently. So you have got some fellow chess fanatics in the house who, you know, like the high T people are always gathering here somehow. Anyway, knight c3. Please tell me that we took bishop b4 is actually playable. More common here is take, and then bishop b4.
Okay.
Now I think I would have taken this.
Yeah.
Okay,
The pawn that's just hanging.
Here's a question for you. What would you play here for black, and why? This is a very difficult question. Most people would get this wrong. No pressure. Oh, by the way, there's a very, very astute observation / comment in the chat that I really like. Remember how in the previous game you missed queen h6, then you played knight d2? They said that remember to calm down after the first blunder so you don't make 2 in a row. That is an extremely good practical piece of it sounds like you know, they're dissing you, but actually no, it's very true. People tend to blunder back to back because they blunder something and that just puts them in a mood of like, oh, how could I miss this? Oh, okay, here we go. And then they play something just on a whim, more out of emotion than actual thinking, and usually the second one is a bigger one than the first.
Yeah, no, that's good. And yeah, I've caught myself doing that. You get so upset by the first one that
absolutely
you don't take any time.
Yeah.
Coach Andras, I am at a loss.
Good.
I mean,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you are at a loss, our first rule of thumb is that what part of the board are we playing when we are playing well?
The center.
Thank you. Chess is played well when it's played in the center. So now I'm going to narrow it down for you. What sexy looking moves can we play that happens in the center?
Getting my bishop out or developing the queen.
We don't want to develop the queen before we castle and we get the bishop out. Excuse me. How can we get the bishop out,
Bless
sir?
you.
Thank you.
D6.
Yeah, but that's the chicken version of the movie one because that's not in the center, is it?
D5.
That is in the center in strong contrast. So therefore your move is D5. Now what this does, apart from being the best move on the board, is that it opens up your bishop, it controls and claims a big chunk of the center, and it backs up your knight.
And if en passant, then knight back to D6.
Well, you can do 2 things. You can take with the queen, or you can just come back with the knight. And now we managed to isolate these. Well, they were already isolated, but now they are very accessible. You have easy castles, develop the bishop, happy days. Yeah?
Cool.
Now, in strong contrast, in our rating group, a lot of people would take this and lose the knight. That's it. Game over.
That's what we did. Yeah. That is what we did.
No. That's not what happened.
Oh, it's not?
No, not at all. No. But what I'm saying is that on 800 level, one of the number 1 candidate moves here for black would be take. Because it's rigged, so let's take it. As opposed to, no, you are not developed, you're not castled, you have no central presence, so D5. No pawn.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I looked at, when you asked me that question, I looked at that knight takes pawn attacking the queen, but then I was like, well, what do I do after that, though? The queen's going to move. And I mean, I've taken a pawn, but there's nothing.
Yeah,
I mean, I have no
and
plan.
you are
And the
stuck in no
knight's
man's
all the way
land.
by itself. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Also note that when it comes to valuing what you can take, this pawn doesn't really represent value for white. So if you
Right.
put yourself in white shoes and you go like, if you had to lose a pawn, which one would you pick as the least problematic pawn to be not having? You would pick either this or this.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like, who cares?
Yeah.
So taking that is not exactly the biggest thing in the world. Okay, so we played d6. It's a bit passive, but I don't dislike it. Bishop g5, h6, good. Let's ask the question immediately. That's utterly... So see, this is how not to play chess. That you create a pin, as in, I'm talking for white now, and they are not prepared for the most likely move. And you don't ever want to take this. That's not the point of creating a pin. The point of creating a pin is to create a pin and hang on to it. So bishop h4. But now, unfortunately, they can't do that because here I think e4 is now problematically hanging. Because you'll be able to take the bishop, retake here, and be up a pawn. So they had to take you, which means that they had to give up bishop pair, they developed your pieces, they accomplished nothing in the meantime. And now you are looking absolutely golden. d5, yep. Now, never mind, actually, this is totally fine. Yep, c6, yep, very good, take, very good. Oh la la. So this was rock solid chess by you, by the way.
Thank you. Hold on to that compliment. Just hang on to it.
Oh, dude, no. On the contrary, I dish them out when it's appropriate, so that you know, because it might be ruined next step.
Yeah.
Okay, this is golden. Yep, let's not blunder the knight, and then we are golden. Or the rook behind it.
Okay. Hey, remember, here in a couple moves. Just remember a second ago, you said rock solid chess. Okay, just keep going. Keep going.
So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Which move out of the two, and I'm going to regret already using my words here, but I will do it anyway, will make you feel safer?
B7.
Can you explain why? And while you're doing that, I'm going to adjust my cut because chat is complaining. Well, they're not complaining because they love me, but they're saying that they can't see the ratings of the players. So I will adjust the cut so that it's visible.
Gotcha.
So why B7, sir?
Because I know that I can... and it's what I ended up playing, I think, but it's so that because I had planned on sliding the rook over to b8, the a rook over to b8.
But hang on, that doesn't make sense because you can do that with either bishop move.
Right. With b7, though, I was also attacking the queen.
Correct, which is why I worded my question the way I did, because I wanted to steer you to a particular direction, which is why I worded the question as safe. So your rationale is an aggressive attacking idea, which is very good. But one of them allows white to be a pest, which the other doesn't. So what is white's most likely move if you play bishop b7?
Rook b1.
Exactly, and that's a pain in the bum. You are not happy to see this. Because now if you defend the bishop, then we have got a tactic here. When we lose 2 pieces for a rook, right? Whereas if you play bishop d7, there is no tempo with rook b1, and you can do whatever you want next. You wanted to play rook b8, so you're good to go.
Yeah.
Or you can play rook c8 and then step the bishop up to e6. So I really like the aggression behind this with wanting to line up queen bishop, but you were a little bit blind to your opponent's next move.
Yeah.
Which is suboptimal. And you also are making your opponent's next move to be an easy pick.
Yeah.
Right, let's move on. Yeah, so we actually did blunder here. Rook takes b7. The only way to avoid that was queen e7. So that after takes, the queen takes back and then you're still covering c6.
Yeah.
So here we mistake. So did they. So now you can just slide back and you are golden. So this move is a pretty one, but it ignores a little bit white's intentions, and that's the part that I dislike about it.
Mm-hmm.
So when your opponent played rook b2, did you ask yourself what this move is doing? Or what your opponent's next move was going to be?
I did, and it didn't make sense to me. I couldn't find it.
What, so you didn't think about stacking the rocks?
No, I didn't. Which is what he ended up doing. Now that you say that, I remember he did that.
Okay, do you agree with me in hindsight that this is plain obvious that the only reason why they would do it is to stack the rocks?
Yeah.
I mean, hello, they just attacked your bishop, you defended it. It would be very logical to assume that they are going to continue that agenda, right? And so if you look at that, then in light of them wanting to do this move doesn't really respond to the threat, right?
Right.
So a good way to go would have been to pull back, which would have secured the bishop, and also would have offered a trade. And now you're free to jump with the knight because the bishop is no longer hanging. So if you have got some sexy ideas like this, be my guest. Tactics all the way, baby.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, so this feels incredibly unpleasant because now you are pinned every which way. This is the second time when I think we might be missing this. And again, the preferable move would have been queen here when everything is sufficiently defended. So the bishop is now covered by both of these guys, but also your rook hasn't been compromised, so you can still move the bishop out of harm's way sooner or later, maybe queen c7 first. But with rook c7, now nothing can move. Bishop can't move. The knight may be able to, but it feels wonky. Okay?
Okay. No.
This is not that bad, actually.
Okay, go ahead. Keep going.
It's not that bad.
Well, it's about to get bad.
Oh,
I'm hoping you don't drop me as a student and ask for somebody else after this.
I can't, so don't even hope. Hello?
Yeah.
Queen is on a little bit. In it?
Oh, gosh. Coach, don't drop me.
Okay. That was the time when your wife called you in for, one of the 4 crying and wanting feed.
It was so bad.
Oh, and twice back to back.
Yeah. It was. Yeah.
Look, you basically wanted to find out if your endgame technique was good enough to convert this, because winning the queen was too simplistic for you.
Oh gosh.
I love the fact how you went like, "Hey Morpho, I'm attacking your queen with 2." And then they go like,
I just did nothing about it.
"No worries, man, no wackarinos." And you go like, "Oh,
yeah,
I can't take that now. You got me." King h7.
Yeah.
Now that surprises me too. I mean, I shouldn't say anything about that move considering that we just didn't take a queen for like 5 moves, but I don't understand how this helps you to do anything.
When I looked at that, it was simply getting off the back rank to avoid a random check by the queen.
But since when have we been afraid of random checks?
Right.
Like, their name already indicates that they are worthless, right? If it's a random check, that's like, who cares?
Yeah.
Okay, don't do that, please. Like, here is another very, very valuable piece of advice for you. If there is no threat, don't defend against it. Because that turns into a waste of time.
Yeah.
Oh, what we just needed, brother. I was thinking about how could white lose this game, and I couldn't come up with an idea, but they beat me to it. Classic. Okay, love it. Okay, can you explain... Oh, I guess you want to take pawns, right?
Yeah. yeah, at this point I was pawn hunting.
Okay, so on that note, you must acknowledge the fact that this guy is running in.
Mm-hmm.
You taking these is not part of any of your winning plans. It doesn't give you a passed pawn. And it also doesn't do anything in order to stop this.
Right.
As such, I'm not a fan.
Right.
It's actually...
No, I agree with you. There's no argument. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually still a bit of a challenge because your knight is so awkwardly placed. It's very difficult to bring it back. So I'm still thinking, actually, this may be a correct move. But I think we need to go, funnily enough, for mate here with queen e4. Yeah, the engine doesn't like this. Maybe yeah, I think it wants d5. But this is a very difficult move to find.
Oh,
if I had to guess, it's d5. And the idea is that if they take, then queen d5 comes back into the center with check, and then e4, knight e5 will allow you to centralize. Whereas if they take, then you can go maybe take and then check and e3. Yeah, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Actually, I don't dislike the move you played. So check is correct, yeah? And it is time now.
Okay, so here I actually struggled a little bit. Just trying to figure out
how to bring the horse in.
my knight is so awkwardly placed. If I could get him into the game, then
yeah, I never thought that
but...
this could be a really tough challenge, but it appears to be one. Yeah, so what I would consider here, maybe check and then e4 and come in here with the horse c. But boy,
yeah,
this is tough. This is tough. No, that is not on. Like, that was really bad. Because once again, this does nothing to help you to win, and it doesn't help you at all to prevent the loss, which is coming.
Yeah.
So this is not a move that you would even look at playing. One thing I wanted to show you, which is quite instructive, and I really want you to think like this, is that would you be very happy to be rid of with your own knight if this was off?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So one of the very first moves that I looked at here was knight e7.
Oh, because then you're forking the king and the pawn.
Correct. So first of all, when you play this, everyone in your rating group will think that you blundered the knight. Everyone. There will be not a single soul who would assume that this was actually a crafted plan. Everyone will go like, ha, blundered. Now the downside is to this plan is that unfortunately we are losing the pawn too, and so you're no longer winning. But as a concept, I certainly want you to have a look at that.
Yeah.
I'm really curious how we were supposed to do this here. Oh, queen g4, knight f4, of course. But what if
Oh my gosh.
What if they then take? But yeah, but you still need to fight. So e4 is the idea, and you need to bring the knight. So I was more or less on the money. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's very cool. Okay, let's move on. So we are on queen h2, queen e3. That is, by the way, red hot rubbish too, because the queen needed to stay in the vicinity of the pawn to support it. Now you can just go here and come back to cover it, and you're completely winning. Like, this has stopped being a threat because it's no longer supported. So just go here, they go here, and you can bow down here and see, they lost. You don't even actually have to come back. It's a better idea here to, or rather if you do come here, not underneath, because you don't want to allow queen b6, queen d8. Is this your younger, cuter brother, asks chat about you? The mere assumption that you are cuter than me really hurts my feelings, but okay. I thought that we were on par.
Or younger. I feel like you look young.
Well, it depends on how old you think I am, right? Careful, because this can easily turn into
I'm not playing that game. I'm not playing that
a non-compliment. Like, next one you're saying is you look pretty good for a 55, and then I'm like, all right, okay, here we go, baby. Here we go. All right.
43. 43.
Almost spot on. Turning 44. But you surely Googled me.
Look at that. No. I may have Googled how to say your name correctly.
Oh
Just
my
'cause I
god,
know that's important.
well, that goes to show me a lot of. That goes to show that that you put a lot of effort into respecting me. Love. Can you tell me why we are sacking this pawn with a check?
No.
Okay. On that note, even if you were just to take this, that would have made a ton more sense, no?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, neither of those moves, again, address the problem.
Right.
So, but, yeah, knight f4 was definitely a panic move as far as I'm concerned. Where, once again, if you had just played something to cover the diagonal or try to find a way back, it would have been perfectly sufficient.
Yeah.
Actually, this loses very nicely. This is actually a losing move. Because now white has a very clever way to stop you from coming back to one of these squares.
Oh, yeah, just, well. Yeah, just blocking with the queen.
Exactly, a surprising queen trade offer.
Yeah.
Since after take, the hoppity hop is too far.
Yeah, it just gets another one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like kids, right? You have one, it's like, they don't stop coming.
And you just keep having them. Yeah.
Yep, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so some mysterious sacrifices on either side. Ooh, that is sexy. We brought this queen around all right. Oh. Did you find this check here, brother? Oh my god. Oh, you did! Holy, you are a hero. Ay, 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 ay.
No.
What a man.
No, remember, I lost this game, though.
What? And this pawn is falling by
Didn't
force. I don't know.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did.
All right, so let's
That's a
talk.
good
Let's
question.
talk. So king here, check wins the pawn. King anywhere on the back rank wins the pawn. How do we lose this? You have to literally blunder your queen here. Okay, so run. Run. Okay, so we run. This is, by the way, if someone could write a narrative about this game, I mean, jeez Louise. Okay, I know a way you can lose this if you force your opponent king to eat this pawn and then get mated. So, here is a very important concept of queen endgames. And I'm not shitting you. It actually is the #1 most important thing to know and to do in queen endings is to put your queen in the center. And I'm kidding you not. This has nothing to do with my center obsession. It's simply that in the center, it controls the largest number of squares. As it happens to be the case here, it cuts off the king from coming in here, and it happens to attack the pawn as well. And you are in full control. What you find on this level happens all the time, that people keep on giving meaningless checks till the cows come home. Like, what this does is that it forces your opponent to play a good move. And what that does is, I don't have words for, because now not only did you force them to take the pawn, but you don't have checks, which means that this mate is incoming.
Yeah.
So this was your last chance to put the queen in the center where it does a lot of things. Ouch. That was a very painful defeat, but a fascinating game, man. A really, really fascinating game. Okay, I hope that I can see a victory. No,
there's a couple.
This is a defeat. I'm looking for a victory. You don't see what I'm doing now. Okay, this is a dub. This is a dub. I will get a dub out.
I appreciate, just to help me look good. I love it.
Not only that, but you don't quite get to gauge a player's skills and everything they do if you exclusively look at the losses. That's where you learn the most, but not necessarily, you know. everything we want to know about the student themselves. So why are we taking this with the queen and not with the knight, good sir?
Taking it with the knight. I mean, I considered both. I ended up just taking with the queen, expecting to move the queen back after after he either attacked me with well, the only thing he can attack me with is the knight, because if he pushes E, I can just take it. But
correct. Having all said this, so if you do see knight c6 here developing with a tempo on your queen, that's reason enough for you to not even look at this anymore. You go like, am I supposed to bring my queen out that soon? No. Is it gonna be kicked in the face? Yes. Am I gonna even consider this anymore? No.
Well, what I had thought about though is if I had taken with the knight, and I'm not saying that my logic makes sense, I'm just telling you what my logic was if I did take with the knight and he pushed his e-pawn, my knight would have to move again anyway.
That is correct, but what people forget here, which is a huge difference, is that this is a developing move with a piece that hasn't moved. This is a random pawn move with a pawn that has moved already once, and now it's moving again.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And wait for it.
That makes sense.
This is another thing that on this level is a little bit hard to take into consideration, but when you push this pawn up here, you have now created an outpost for my knight. An outpost meaning a square from where the pawns cannot kick me out. So this is what we call a positional mistake, because it allows your opponent to utilize weak squares to their benefit without you gaining anything meaningful. So I'm pretty sure, or maybe I'm not pretty sure, but you are aware of the fact that if in this position, let's say I'm just going to play a random knight move, yeah? If they play this, this is not what the doctor has prescribed, because now black has lost their ability to challenge a piece that lands on t5. Right. This is an outpost. So pawn moves side by side like this, no go, ever. Yeah? So now this is a fairly more complicated version of this, because there is no pawn side by side here. There is merely a pawn missing on the c file, which means that if you push this up, this one is already not controllable. So to demonstrate why this is relevant, here is a line for you. And the game is over already.
Right.
So, yeah, this is not something that you should have considered. I would have considered coming back here. Because basically this is what you are doing here is not you moving the queen twice. You have to move it thrice. Because you went out, you came home, and ultimately you will have to move it again in order to bring the rook in.
Right.
That's way too many. Way too many.
Right.
Yeah, that's good. Okay. What happened with my knights before bishops, sir? I want you to be mindful of this, that our general developing principle is that knights before bishop. And I will explain to you the why for this. This is because in 98% of openings, your two knights go here and here. I don't have such rule for where your bishops go. They go every bloody way you can think of, depending on what your opponent does. There's one thing I can guarantee you, though, that let's say that you castled here, this bishop should go to a lot of squares. This is not one of them.
Yeah.
Why would you? And in fact, the question begs to be asked, why did you put it here?
To preempt the pin by the bishop.
Okay, so let's talk about that. Bishop. The bishop just moved here. Are you telling me that you anticipated this?
Yes.
But you do understand that this is a horrible idea.
I do.
So why are you afraid of it and prevent it then?
That's a good question.
Right. So the further down you go on the rating ladder, the more you find that people don't win and therefore lose a lot of games because they go out of their way to prevent mistakes. You heard that right. So what you are doing here is that you are preventing your opponent from doing very dumb stuff. Like you are making it bulletproof for black, that now they can't do bishop b4, which is horrid for black, right? Because first of all, this pinning is utterly meaningless. 2 is the same piece twice. 3, it forces you to play the correct move. And 4, it encourages them to take, which we already know is even worse, because now they don't have a dark squared bishop, which means that your bishop is going to feast on the dark squares where your opponent has no bishops. Right? What do we do instead? We prevent this from happening. Nuh-uh. No. That you know
Which
that this is bad.
wouldn't-
Yeah, go on.
After castling, he wouldn't have had a pin anyway, so I should have just castled instead of playing.
Oh, but once
if
again,
I was gonna, or developing.
But again, I would like to insist on the narrative that bishop b4 is. I would pay money for my opponent to play bishop b4. So I don't want to castle because again, that is potentially removing this stupid move from the map. I want to keep the temptation in, right? Like, bring it. Come on, man. I'm offering you that pin. Go for it. It's not cheap, by the way. Like, it's fundamentally a very solid move that happens to have the side effect of attracting a stupid response. Go for it, man.
Yeah.
It's not the same as, I don't even know how to show you a cheapo, but like putting something on prey hoping that they don't notice and then you take something, right? Like you go here and then take hoping that they won't see that it's hanging and then yay, I want a pawn. No, it's not like that. It belongs here. It's a good move. Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
This is good. Okay. What do you think is the best move here for white? You play the second best move here for the record.
The best move.
Indeed. And gentle reminder of go on.
E5.
Why is E5? Why is E5 the best move here, sir? There are 2 reasons why that is the case.
Well, the first thing I can see is that if they took, it'd be winning an exchange, obviously. But
no, you are winning a piece, not an exchange.
Winning a piece. I'm sorry.
So exchange is a rook for minor piece, yeah? Just to be clear. Yeah, goody. Okay, so I will
What's the second reason?
I'll help you out. No, well, that's not a reason at all because you don't expect them to blunder a piece. So there are 2 reasons here. One, because it happens to be in the center, but
it opens the scope of my bishop.
That is adding to that, but there is a generic chess principle that says that when you can develop, when you kick a developed knight, it usually is the best thing you can do.
Okay.
Right, so let me put this in context for you. So I'm going to play some absolutely horrific stuff here. Actually, no, even more horrific stuff here. So I'm going to do this, yeah? What do you think is the best move here for white?
D5.
Correct. Why? Because it kicks a developed knight. Why is it such a good thing? For 2 reasons. A, because it prevents them from being able to continue developing their other pieces. In fact, instead it forces them to move the same piece twice, and it was already well placed where it was, so now it has to go to an inferior square, and then they will have to play the same piece again to undo the damage that this has done. In the meantime, you're developing. See, so now look at what happened. And I'm just playing another knight move to demonstrate that this knight has played 1, 2, 3 moves. In the meantime, you're dominating the center and you have got a rock star development. This concept...
You basically gain 2 tempos, yeah.
Ah, yeah. So this concept is overlooked and underutilized a lot on your level. That you get to kick them in the face. And then there are some very sexy double attack ideas, by the way. with checkmate and hanging the knight. Now f5 does happen to defend both. It's pretty cool. Because after en passant, knight takes, the knight defends and attacks. So it's not game winning outright, but this is on 800 level, people would do all kind of stupid stuff here.
Yeah.
And by the way, you do have bishop h7 check here to also hunt this.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things cooking here. That means that e5 is the way to go. Queenside castles, easily second best. Bearing in mind that unless they play d6, your next move is e5. Bingo! Yeah, so I think queen e4 is the better way to go. But overall, I don't give a single toss about the engine giving you a question mark exclam. I'm very, very happy that you spotted this tactic. I'm very happy. And see, this is what I mean. That on this level, they play all kind of garbage. This is beautiful chess by you. Actually, that was my number one candidate. Oh, maybe bishop f4. Oh, no. That's garbage. No, maybe rook e1. Or bishop e4, perhaps. Yeah, bishop e4 is also playable with the idea that if knight takes, then you take the bishop and then you win a piece. Which perhaps was a bit too fast for you. So I will show you. So take, and we take this. And when they take, we win a piece here. The I take, they take, I take, they take lines, if you calculate them better than they do, that's a straight ticket from 800 to 1600.
To be perfectly honest with you, I think I struggle. I feel like I lose more of those than I win.
Yeah. And that's the easiest thing to fix, because all you need to do is just grind.
Yeah.
Oh la la, Matutski. Matutski incoming. Okay, I like. So queen e5 was obviously their only legal move. But see, this is funny because the engine is again giving you grief for why did you play knight e5. I guarantee you that if your opponent had played queen e5, you would have still won this game 100 times out of 100.
Yeah.
Because it's difficult to defend. This king is vulnerable. You have got queen incoming. Yeah. Yeah, no, this is good. This is good, man. This is very good. Okay, so we're going to do something... Yeah, this is gonna be actually quite challenging with the classroom, though. I'm thinking.
I love it.
No, I'm going to have a look at one more game, and I will give you some homework instead of... Oh, 90? Hello?
I told you it happens.
Hello? Baby!
I think that was right after a Red Bull is what that was. Not to...
A Red Bull, is that what you call it?
I don't get paid by them.
When you get friendly with ladies, you call it a Red Bull. Okay.
No, just my wife. Just my wife.
Yeah, well, sorry. That's of course, lady.
You're trying to get me in trouble, coach. Come on now.
The wife. You got lucky. That's what you call a Red Bull. Okay, I get the lingo. Tindy in the house, by the way. Welcome in. Tindy, by the way, is one of the greatest supporters of the stream, in case you didn't know. And he's also recently married and has a child.
Love it.
And I'm pretty sure that he's en route to have another 6.
Yeah, well, that's what happens. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Okay, so we are black here. All right, so you are going to be conflicted with this, but I need to clear up some fog here for you. So taking here is an inaccuracy. And the reason for that is because although you are luring your opponent's queen out early, just like we did in the previous game, the big difference is that this queen cannot be attacked with a developing move. So you don't have a knight to kick it in the face. You already know that pawn c5 creates severe, irreparable damage in terms of positional issues, such as the d5 square, right? So I just slide back, and then this knight is now sitting on d5 like an absolute boss. Therefore, you should refrain from taking this and instead challenge it.
Oh, okay.
Which happens
Yeah.
to be developing and focusing on the center too. See, because now you kind of had to play d6 because knight f6 would have been well met by e5. Develop knight gets
Right.
kicked. Yeah, we know the drill. So you had to play
Mhm.
d6, which in turn meant that you had to block in your bishop.
Yeah.
Not pretty.
Yeah. Not pretty.
Okay, notice how you regularly abuse knights before bishop.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so almost every game we found that you play the bishop move, which almost always is a bit random. Knight, bishop, castle, then figure out the rest. So the logic here, Matt, is very simple. Put the piece out first whose location is obvious. You never want to play knight here, you never want to play knight here, so knight f6 is a given. Let's go. This bishop has only one legal square, so that goes here. Then you castle, and then you determine where this needs to go based on what happened in the interim. You are putting the cart before the horse by playing this.
So, Coach, I actually, and again, know that I'm not. This isn't an argument. My thought process because I had considered that knight move, knight f6.
Yeah.
The only thing I considered after that was if then if they play e5,
Yeah.
I take back with the pawn.
Yeah.
They take my queen, and I lose the right to castle. Was
Right.
my thinking.
Okay, very good. So now we are going to bust a myth here that you needed to hear very, very badly. Why is this a problem that we can't castle here? You are correct. You lost castling rights, which usually is a big problem. Why is it a problem now?
Because they can't attack it immediately?
Not immediately. You can leave that out of the sentence altogether. There are no queens on the board, my friend. So it's an end game. Or let's call it a queenless middle game. As a matter of fact, your king is optimally placed in the center. Because your rooks are already connected and the king is near the middle. You are going to play bishop e6 and you are golden. All you need to do is trade everything off and win the game with the extra pawn. So, I'm very glad you brought this up. When the queens are off the board, king safety, I'm not saying that it stops being a problem, but like 90% of it is out of the window.
Okay.
Thank you for the $5 dono, guy. So I'm very... See, the reason why I'm proud of you here is because your decision making was backed by precise calculation. And that's good chess. Your conclusion was wrong, but the way how you got to the conclusion was the perfect chess thinking, which is that you justified it with a concrete, precise line, rather than airy-fairy nonsense. So that's very good.
Yeah. Okay.
It's quite funny how they still play d5.
Yeah.
I am hoping that you saw that this was possible.
I can't remember off the top of my head. I don't.
Now,
I mean, it looks obvious to me, you saying it now, but...
Right. Now, additionally to that, I would like to add that this is not a reason for you not to play this. In fact, you are hoping that this happens because you know that hunting stupid pawns with queens is not the way to play chess.
Right.
But a lot of people would go, oh, sheesh, I blundered this. I'm like, I would pay money if you took this next. So here, here, here. Now I am castled. And I'm threatening to do this. And my bishops are bearing down on that king side in case they castle.
Right.
So now we have a lot of attacking potential for a value of a pawn. No one gives a toss, brother. Right?
Yeah.
Like, if I had a choice between having active pieces and being done in material or not, to give a no single toss about pawns. Like, I look at this absolute beautiful attacking prospect that would build. I'm still not taking, by the way, here. You can come in with knight g4, queen h4, mate, attack, attack, attack. And people poop their pants. Like, once again, I hate to keep on repeating this, but on this level where we are now, people can't handle pressure like this. Like, they inevitably here start freaking out and playing irrational moves to stop threats that might not even on the board. Because they see that if they take its mate and they go like, oh my god, this is like, I need to do something drastic here. And they inevitably do something ridiculous. Like these types of positions, I want really seriously you to have a look at it, where you're down 2 pawns, but you have the initiative and the outline of an attack. It's like 98 times out of 100 you are going to win this. Because they are just going to do something utterly stupid.
Yeah.
And I really, really want you to understand, and once again, I will be probably nailed to the wall for this, but I will say anyway, the vast majority of the games that you are winning currently, you are winning not because you outplayed your opponent, but because you are exploiting their really bad play. It sounds very crude to say this, but you need to be aware of this.
No, it's true.
That more often than not, you don't need to beat them. You just need to play well enough so that they will beat themselves.
Which is normally how I lose, is I beat myself.
Exactly. So in the flip side of the coin, the most important thing too, obviously piggybacking on that idea, is that we need to stop you beating yourself. Okay, so bishop d6. Queen c3, okay. Is this the... Oh, cheeky. Cheeky. But I approve. So here knight g4 would have been a very good move to immediately threaten this as well as picking off the bishop pair. But I don't dislike this. Oh la la. Yeah. That looks... Oh, okay, so now we are actually winning a piece here by force. And you found it? You legend. Oh man, I'm so happy. Did you see when you played knight d5 the whole sequence? Be honest. Did you see that you were gonna win the queen? Or you just got lucky with knight d5 and then you were like, oh shit, actually this wins?
I to be honest, I don't remember. I do remember.
Bro, you played this game yesterday.
I know, man. But I've, like I said, 4 kids. I've done a lot since yesterday. I do remember after taking that, seeing the pin and winning the queen, but I don't remember if this, like at this move, if I saw that.
Right up. Either way, I'm very proud of you. That's golden.
Yeah.
That's golden. And see, generally speaking, playing chess like this, which is what good chess looks like, rewards you with stuff like this.
Yeah.
So just bear that in mind, that when you play healthy, good chess, that almost always is the ultimate breeding ground for game-winning tactics. Yeah, good. Just trade. That is a bit over the top. I would have preferred here penetration, and I'm going to refrain from jokes. But you do know that
I appreciate that.
Rooks on the second, deadly weapon. If you have never heard of this, double rooks on the second rank, the carnage fest and then some.
Yeah.
Like, this is again a textbook case of you're forcing your opponent to play a no-brainer move. When you play a move like this, they can't make a mistake.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we are forcing a non-mistake here.
Right.
Yeah? That you don't want to play moves like that unless you have a very clear agenda with what you want to accomplish. Now, additionally, when you're up a queen, I forbid you to defend pawns like this.
Okay.
Like, F that, man. Like, that is not gonna help you to win the game in any way, shape, or form. First of all, you had a chance to trade. But second of all, like, who cares? Let's go. And let's go.
Yeah.
You want checkmate. The way I like to paint it, the picture, is that from here on out, when you're this much material up, every move that doesn't take you very clearly closer, at least a step closer to winning the game, is you risking something really bad to happen. You blundering, you losing on time, you disconnecting your internet, the list goes on. Like, this furthers your cause none whatsoever. Look at this.
Yeah.
In I go. They take, in I go. I'm threatening mate in 2. They play rook g1, I play bishop h3. Do you see how incredibly to the point my play is? I want to rip their head off. And if you don't play moves that don't endeavor to do that, you're not doing it right. And you do see that the bishop is not capturable because mate, and otherwise I'm just taking this with mate. That's it. I just want this game for you in 3 moves. And do you see
if only you could have been there.
Yeah, but that's not the point. The point is that what I'm showing here is not black magic. You can do this, man. Like, just it's just a mindset of, I want to murder this guy now. And it sounds very cruel, but it is like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, again, I don't... So, as much as this is trading, here you fail to realize that this knight is so utterly awkward and clumsy. Go after it, man. And go after it again. Yeah. Like, yes, I did say trade, but when you can win it instead, yeah, let's go. Again, this is not a move. Like, I know that you stepped out of the check, but did we need to? Like, can we just go?
Yeah.
Yeah, don't muck around, man. Finally. Very good. I would have considered he sliding here, though. Because now I'm knocking on this door as well. So, a mate pattern I see here, and you're going to like this a lot. Watch this. Here. Okay, let's... Your final question for today. What is the cleanest way to checkmate here? No more than 3 moves.
Rook takes h3.
That was very quick. And if I take?
Queen h2.
Very good, man. Very good. Very good. Very good. And if rook h3, king g1? Robots for brunch comes in with the raid. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Shout out. Please, someone send a shout out to this awesome human. And welcome in, raiders. Cheers.
If king g2, then
g1.
Queen, or g1, then queen g3.
No, always no. Checks, checks always, brother. Checks.
Checks always.
The move you are playing is going to win, but I insist.
Yeah. Rook g2.
Okay, that is the sexy way. And after king g2, what is the mate?
Queen h2.
Queen, or even g3. Both of them are mate. I was going to go for the more mundane queen e3 and then mate here, but I really like the heighty, let's sack everything and then mate.
Yeah.
Good. So, you did it brilliantly. What I want you to observe is the switch in thinking. So, we built up, all of our pieces are on optimal squares. We are very clearly homing in on the enemy king. So, you switch into kill mode. Kill mode is checks, captures, threats. Yeah? Like, those are your candidate moves. And preferably the combination of those 3. Like, this is a capture and a check. Like, that's your heaven move. And bingo, it's made. It's as simple as that. That's what good chess looks like. So in that regard, you see that we are missing the target a little bit. Like, this is what we are hunting. So going here is a bit counterintuitive. Yeah, we found a way to get in. That's good. And made. Fabulous. Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous, man. All right. There are a couple of things that I would like to discuss with you with regards to preparation and homework and all that jazz. No stress. I don't want to give you too much work. Then it takes more than 2 hours a day to complete. But I'm going to do that off stream for various reasons. The main one is that I will have to go very, very soon. But also it's hush-hush. So we are keeping some secrets from people who are lurking around and feeding our training sessions to the other coaches and the other players. So
see, coach, that's why I played those horrible games.
Oh,
and blundered all those pieces so that they wouldn't know my actual strength. is what it was.
Well, we are baiting his so hard, man. It's not even funny, right? Oh, man. You are gaslighting the living hell out of the chess community, mate.
Yeah. I am intentionally staying below 1,000 elo. Just
so wait a second.
No idea.
I messed this session up totally because, on the other hand, I gave you genuine pieces of advice that work. I should have just taught you total dog shit, right?
Yeah. Oh man. Dang.
That's
okay.
Next lesson.
Next time.
Next time. All right. You stay online. I'm going to raid these beautiful people away from us to a much better looking lady. And then I will talk to you a little. Wait, what? If only I could spell. Mind you, it's not an easy name. Okay, the raid is just about to happen. So yeah, good stuff, man. Good stuff. We are going to definitely make some headway here. All right, raid activated. See ya. Wouldn't wanna be ya. And now I'm going to turn off the Streamlabs. GG. All right, just give me a sec.
Hi guys, thank you.